What's up troopers, my name is Neon and here we are for season 7. This is the best ways to level up your weapons and get them tiered 1 and of course level up yourself, get a super high level. So these are going to be tips and tricks to help you guys level up a lot more faster, especially if you're a beginner. This is going to be perfect, and maybe even a returning person as well. And these tips and tricks are going to work out really well for everyone. So before we get into the video troopers, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do, and of course leave a like, thank you very much. To start this off troopers, the first thing we're actually going to be addressing in this video is actually the best weapons. And if you actually get the correct setup and the right loadout for some of these guns, you're going to do really well when it comes to just farming the enemies and just ranking up a lot more quicker. So we're going to go over a couple of weapons. The first one is actually the AEK. This is a really insane rate of fire weapon of 900. This is the setup I'm actually going for. Make sure to use that champion muzzle brake for that better vertical recoil, and then use the laser sight and then use extended mags. This is going to be absolutely amazing for close range combat. If you want to switch up to a bit more deadly when it comes to longer ranges and medium ranges, then I suggest it for you to be using the Savar. Go for the standard dot sight with a 1.25 thermal sight. Use the champion muzzle brake again with the wrap suppressor. It's going to be really good for flanks. Personal preference on the underbarrel, I use the high powered drum mag. This is going to be really good if you're playing McKay because you get more bullets. And then I use the standard issue and then the high powered. The last one is actually the NTW. If you troopers grind out this game enough for level 60, this is the gun you're going to get. Or maybe you're just coming back to the game and you already have this gun. This gun is absolutely amazing because this actually does a one shot at 100 meters and less. And just talking about that sniper anyway troopers, about its one shot at 100 meters and less, not every sniper can actually do a one shot. So you're probably trying to tier 1 your sniper rifles and you're really struggling. Well, there's something I can really tell you that actually do a lot more better for this. So what you actually need to do is troopers is go into Portal and look for the hardcore servers. If you look for the hardcore servers that actually have full XP, then that's going to be really good for you. Especially if you're looking for a hardcore rush server, it's even going to be more better. Because basically what they're going to be is low health regen and just low health in general. And if you go and use a sniper, whatever sniper you would like to use, and you could just start one-shotting people. Most of these hardcore servers as well actually disable the velocity, so your bullets can just shoot completely straight. And then because of that, and you're using most of these snipers, you're just going to one-shot people no problem. You can get a bunch of kills, so sometimes trying to play like an online, you might be struggling to drop like 60 kills, but on hardcore, you can do that no problem. And that's a great path to tier 1 your sniper rifles. And honestly, even some of the pistols like the Deagle or even the M44 Magnum, you can do the same thing on that. That's what I did. I used a 4x scope on my M44 Magnum pistol and I was just using it like a sniper rifle, and that's how I tiered 1 that. And then because we're talking about Portal servers, we have to talk about some of these chaotic modes like chaotic breakthrough, maybe even a chaotic conquest. But the most favorite one of them all is actually the Rush XL. What makes the Rush XL so much better is because it's 128 players. It can be so wild, so if you go and actually in the support class and just go use an ammo crate and play the specialist Falk, you'll do really well, because if you do that, you can actually revive a bunch of your teammates, give them heals through the med pen, and give your teammates a bunch of ammunition. If you do stuff like that, you will be the #1 person out of all the players in that game. You will be the #1 on the top of the leaderboard with the most score. And these lobbies can actually go on for a very long time, maybe even an hour. So can you imagine how much XP you can get just by farming revives and XP by giving them ammunition? That in itself is extremely good and probably the main method when it comes to leveling up. I just wish they give you guys a lot more XP to revive people. I feel like if there was more XP in this game when it comes to reviving teammates, can you imagine how many more teammates will actually start picking you up if they got more XP? The next one is if you actually go over conquest or breakthrough, before you actually select a specific mode, you actually see a solo co-op mode. That's going to be really good to be playing. If you go and pick a close quartered map and have the bots on easy mode, you can go around and start farming them and actually unlock all your attachments. And while you're unlocking all your attachments, you can actually progress through your tier 1. But it actually does stop progressing through your tier 1 once you unlock all your attachments. So most weapons are usually up to 360 or 390 kills to unlock all the attachments. You cannot tier 1 any of your other weapons. You have to do the rest of it online. But it's a great way to get all your attachments when it comes to these new weapons. And it's really good. Even I do it all the time, because there's sometimes when you get that brand new weapons, even through this season, and you just want to understand it more. And instead of just going on to multiplayer, maybe getting destroyed because you don't understand that weapon fully, this is a great place to actually test out your attachments and just really understand the weapon fully. It's basically like a practice test range. So you really need to do that. Play against certain spots to unlock all your attachments for your weapons. And my next tip is kind of an old school tip, but it's actually when it comes to spotting. There's a lot of ways you can do it, especially when it comes to specialists, but there is one specifically, and that is Casper. Casper can go around with his drone and he can actually get XP by pinging the person and get XP by getting the assists. If you want to, you can use the Soul Flam and just go around and start aiming at the enemies and get a bunch of assists like that too. If you play the chaotic modes, that can work out even more better. Maybe even play a specialist like Blosco and use her gadget, you can get a bunch of XP like that too. I feel like farming when it comes to spotting and getting assists is extremely good, because the assist is almost the same amount of points as a kill. So can you imagine just spotting a bunch of enemies and getting like 80 assists? That's like 80 kills, man. So you can imagine how much XP you really get. But there we go, troopers. That's all the tips and tricks to help you guys level up your weapons, get the attachments, and of course just level up fast in general. So what are you troopers waiting for? Let's go and grind out the battlefield. Thank you very much for listening to me talk. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, be a part of the Pink Wig Army, and I'll see you on the battlefield.